y'all, this is Rhonda from Rhonda's Country Kitchen, and today I'm going to be making one of those old throwback recipes, one of those simple country cooking recipes that you remember your grandma and your mom making, and that is going to be some northern beans with some ham hocks. It's going to be really good. I've got my beans now. I have soaked my beans overnight. I rinsed them, washed them out. So they're ready to go. I've just got a whole onion chopped, got me some good old ham hock, and I've got me some of this fancy broth. This is just some of my broth that I had left over from my chicken casserole the other day. And of course, just some seasonings, some salt and pepper, garlic powder, and just anything that you like in these. It is really good, no matter how you do it. So I'm actually going to start with scoring my little ham hocks that I've got. And this is just going to help with opening up that skin, letting all that good meat get out. Some of that smoky goodness that it's going to bring to your beans. I just score them all around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the onion in with the ham hocks and just let the onions cook down just a little bit before I put my chicken broth in and my beans and my seasoning. So that's what we're going to do today. I don't know about y'all, but I love some good old beans with ham. That good flavor. I remember when I was little, I told my mom, I said, I'm not ever going to make my children eat them beans like you give them to us. And now, boy, what I'd do for a good old pot of my mama's beans and ham. So I'm going to go ahead and start this by putting these ham hocks and the onions in. All right, y'all, I have got my pot hot, and of course, I added just a smidgen of bacon grease in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my onions in here. Lord, I get myself a little spatula. I always need that. And I'm gonna just let these onions soften up just a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw my ham hocks in there. Go ahead and get them in. And I'm just going to kind of sear them on the sides with this onion as this onion is cooking. These ham hocks really bring a good smoky taste to your beans, and I think it's just so much better with them. Now you can put bacon, you can do whatever you'd like in your beans. This is what I've got today, and this is what I'm using. I actually love to get ham bones from anytime we've had ham, or you can even buy ham bones from honey baked hams for not that much, and they're really good for your soups and your stews. But I'm just searing these, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop this chicken stock that I have here. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. It might fly up, y'all. Bear with me. So I'm going to go ahead and get that stock in there before I put my beans in there. Like I said, I have soaked my beans, cleaned my beans. My beans are good to go in this pot. Now, I don't always salt everything from the get-go because there's going to be salt in that ham that's going to come out. And so you want to let them cook down just a little bit before you figure out. You don't want to feel like you're licking a salt block. So I'm just going to let them cook down a little bit. I'm going to actually bring this broth to a boil before I put my little northern beans. And that is what I have, little northern beans. And before we get them cooking in there. Now my pot was pretty hot, so it shouldn't take me long. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add me a little black pepper in mine, and I've got a little garlic powder. Now, if I had some fresh garlic, I would have went ahead and put some fresh garlic in this. And you can put all kind of spices in it and make them good. But I'm just going to show y'all a quick little simple little recipe for this. You don't have to have anything fancy, nothing special for this. It is truly just a simple recipe. So I'm gonna bring this to a boil, then I'm gonna put my northern beans in there, and then we're just gonna let this cook down, and it's gonna actually take quite a while to cook down because you want that ham just falling off that bone into your beans. So I'm gonna just bring this to a boil, and then we'll put those in there. All right, y'all, I have got this really boiling now, and I'm about to drop my beans in there. And I will say this, you can do this in a crock pot and let it cook throughout the day. You can do this in an Instapot. In fact, I normally cook my ham hocks just a little while in the Instapot, like maybe 30-40 minutes before adding them in here. But it's also good just low and slow on the stove. And I'm off today, so this is what we're doing. And so I'm gonna go ahead and dump these in. And the thing about beans, one thing you have to really watch is the water. You have to keep an eye on that water because it'll absorb that water, and you'll come in there and Lord, there ain't nothing worse than some burnt beans. You'll have that smell in your house for a hot little minute, and you do not want to do that. So you want to keep an eye on these beans and just love on them while they cook. But I'm just going to cover this lid. Now it's going to take a good little bit to cook this and get these ham hocks good and tender, but I'm just going to let them cook away and let them get happy, and I'll keep checking back in momentarily on them so we don't have no burnt beans to go with our cornbread later. All right, y'all, it's been about an hour now, and they have cooked down just a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and add me some more chicken stock into it. Like I said, you wanna stir them, you wanna keep them happy, you don't want them to stick and have you some burnt beans on your hand that nobody's gonna wanna eat. So, you don't have to cook your own chicken stock. You can also either buy your chicken stock, or you can even take the chicken bouillon powder and mix it with water and add in here as well. But I'm just gonna cover it up, and I did put hot water in here. I don't want the boil, I don't want to lose my boil. So I want it to continue boiling and to continue cooking, not have to bring that heat back up. But I'm just gonna let it go a little bit longer. The beans have started to get a little tender, but they ain't nowhere near done. And we're gonna let these ham hocks cook and do their thing. So I'm just gonna cover this back up. Now I'm not covering it, I'm not sealing it completely up. I'm leaving it cracked just a little bit so it can escape. And I have turned, it's not on high, it's about medium high. So we're gonna just keep that at a rolling boil, and we'll check back in just a little bit. All right, y'all, it's been about 2.5 hours now since these have been cooking. The beans are really tender, which is what I want, and the ham hog is starting to just fall off that bone, which is what you really want. But I think I'm gonna just go ahead and take the ham hocks out and tear them off that bone real good, and then put it back into the beans. We'll get rid of that bone. So, and I have turned and churned, and I haven't burned these little beans now. Just been loving on them, like I said, for about 2.5 hours. So, and you can go the crock pot route. That's probably easier for some people, or the Instapot. But it's something about the ones that you just cook low and slow on the stove. So I'm gonna tear that meat off, I'm gonna put it back, and then I'm gonna whip up some cornbread, and we're gonna be ready for some supper. All right, y'all, that cornbread is out of the oven. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. We got our beans ready. And what I like to do is just smear a little bit of butter on top of this cornbread and get that ready to eat with them beans. Now, I've sliced a good old tomato. We went to the beach this weekend and found us some good tomatoes, so that's what we're going to have. Sometimes we have chow chow. I like chow chow on mine, but you can do it however you want. So now we're going to get Russ in here. I'm going to fix him a plate, and we'll see how it tastes. All right, Russell. He's going to come on in here and give us a little taste. He's been waiting for quite a while on these beans. They do take a little time.
Hey, y'all.
So,
Hey, Daniel.
So anyway.
Yeah, I've been smelling this stuff
He's been
since
smelling
all
it.
day. It's all day. Ham hocks been cooking all day. The beans been soaking, then cooking all day. The whole house. My stomach's been rumbling.
It's a whole process.
We almost scrapped this video because I was
It
hungry.
is a process.
You know when big boys get hungry, you know what happens? We gotta eat.
Well, here's your chance.
I'm ready. Look
Here's
here,
your
y'all.
chance.
Look, this is a southern dinner. This is true southern supper right here. Some dried beans with ham hocks, man. I gotta try them.
Some cornbread and
Cornbread hot right out of the
some
oven.
tomatoes.
And some fresh sliced tomatoes. Ooh-wee. Oh my goodness.
I did let it cool a minute.
It's good, yeah. It ain't piping hot
Didn't
this time.
torture you.
It's delicious. The beans are absolutely perfectly cooked. Ham hocks are tender.
Good. That's what we're going for. You want the
Delicious.
ham hocks tender,
It's delicious.
falling apart.
Absolutely delicious. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you.
Taste your cornbread.
I want to eat some more beans first. All right. Take a little bite of cornbread with my bean. I'm gonna tell you, I'm about to hurt myself.
Some buttermilk cornbread.
It's delicious.
Good.
Everything is delicious as as usual. Y'all ought to know by now. It's delicious.
All right then. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope that if y'all have any suggestions, you'll let me know.
Thank you for the support.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for
hit them buttons,
everybody that
thumb,
has subscribed.
The little
and
bell will
liked.
tell you when the video's coming out.
All of the above.
If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're gonna bring you. She's gonna bring you. I just do the little video editing. I don't do no cooking.
He does the eating.
Yeah, I'm a taste. Hey, look at there. That's what I do.
Professional
Right
taste
there.
tester.
I am professional.
Yep. But we appreciate it, and I hope y'all continue to watch. Thanks for joining us today.